I'm about to run my first ever marathon along the shores of Scotland's beautiful Loch Ness. I have a pretty good idea of how the first 3/4 of this race is gonna go. Beyond that, you're gonna find out with me. Here we go. There are a lot of people here, and what seems like a lot of toilets, it's not quite enough. So several of the men, a few of the women, have taken it upon themselves to leave themselves in the woods. And that includes me. Hold up. So one of my biggest concerns going into the race is that I just start too fast. So I have a plan. My plan is to walk the first 30 seconds of every song that comes up in my playlist. There's a couple points to this. One is to just maintain my pacing, because when I just tried to run my natural pace at a half marathon, it kind of got out of control. I ended up going too fast, and I basically limped in the last few miles. I was so exhausted. Two, it's gonna give me a chance to check in on my knee, calm down the adrenaline, all that sort of stuff.
Almost 6,000 runners. This is what it looks like. Let's go.
And we're off. Wow, those first 2 miles just flew by. Really helps that they're starting you downhill. One thing that I wasn't expecting is that the roads are very slippery because of how much it rained last night. That's a little interesting. Yeah, I just went past a very steep downhill slippery section. I think this is taking a number on my knees. They're hurting a little bit more than I was hoping to this early. Not even at mile 3 yet. All right, we got our first aid station coming up. Got this to line up with one of my scheduled walking periods. Thank you. Off we go. Oh, delicious. Every little bend we round and bluff we cross over makes me glad that I chose to run this marathon. It's so pretty. Well, I made it 4 miles. My knee is up and down. Right now it's up. That's good. I have to remind myself that this is the part of running that is often the... Hello! No! I have to remind myself that this is the part of running that often hurts the most before you really get in the groove. Your body really trying to convince you that you're going to die if you keep running, but you won't. Sticking with the plan of walking for the first 30-ish seconds of every song, or whenever I feel like it generally. Save my knee on this hill that we're on. It's mostly down for the first 6 miles, but there's a little up. Survive the hill, and now we resume our descent to the lake. Love this route, it's so much fun. Another steep downhill section here. Still slippery. Here we go. That's 6 miles. Flirting with a 4-hour pace, but we're going downhill. Let's keep expectations in check here. We are a quarter of the way through the marathon. Getting our first views of Loch Ness through the trees here. Still got a ways to descend down to the lake. I think around mile 10 is where it flattens out. That's the good news. The bad news is I kind of messed up at the aid station. It was a bit chaotic, and so I only grabbed 1 gel instead of the 2 that I wanted. And then while I was futzing with my acetaminophen, I dropped it. So now I don't get any food until mile 14. So good luck to me. The other good news is that I'm getting to the point of the race where the runner's high starts to kick in. Now, as best as I can describe it, the runner's high is basically your body giving up on telling you that you're going to die, and it basically just says, screw it, keep running as much as you want. This is fun. Knees feeling good, heart's feeling good. My playlist is the best. I could see you on me, but you were with another man, yeah. Sorry, you poor bastards are stuck with YouTube's copyright music library, but let me get a prescription. It's been a while since I felt this good while running, because I just haven't been able to cover long enough distances to actually get that runner's high. So I'm getting it now. More on that later. Alright, doing a periodic check-in. Give my knee a chance to stop screaming at me. Or not. You gonna be alright? Yeah, that's what I thought. You're just being a little bitch, aren't you? Alright, let's go. If you look at the course elevation profile, it looks so flat for most of the race, but somehow they get up to 1,000 feet of elevation gain total. And that's not really all at once. It's all in these 30-foot, 50-foot chunks here and there. So it's really noticeable if you're running it though. We're nearing the 12-mile mark, and I've stopped taking walking breaks because everything feels so good. My cardio feels good, keeping a conversational pace, still butting right up against that 4-hour mark potentially. Anyway, he's doing okay too. So things are going better than expected at this point. I'm so happy right now. So that's the halfway mark. And I crossed the finish start line at 10:01. So this puts me a minute under 4-mile pace, which I think is incredible. Before I started the race, I would have put that, my odds of hitting that as 10%, maybe 30% now. But it's going to be a good stretch goal to target for the rest of the way. It's even more boring than it looks. Well, it's 2 weeks till my marathon day, and I'm hoping this is the low point. Training kind of sucks right now. I have been injured and unable to run the distances that you would normally expect and want to do when training for a marathon for like the past 6 weeks. And so for the last month of the marathon training, I will have not run anything longer than a 5K, and I'm trying to get my cardio in through incline walking and cycling, and just really focusing on strengthening all the muscles and getting all the knots out of all the muscles that are supporting my knee, to just try to get everything in as good a shape as possible. But ultimately it's just a grind right now. And well, sometimes you just gotta grind through it. Just about right on cue. The halfway mark, runner's high starting to wear off. This is right around where I lost it in most of my longer training runs. So the rest of the way is going to be a grind. Boy, I'm not good at the energy stations. This time, I didn't drop my gel, but I did drop the GoPro. So that was almost bad. It's mile 15, so a 4-hour pace would be 11:45. No, 12:15. Let's see where we're at. Ooh, all right, I'm off it. That's fine. But here's where the playlist is really starting to carry its weight. I'm gonna make it rain, so ring the bell. I know it all too well. The fact that Loch Ness is really pretty helps too. Just crossed the 16-mile mark. So now, this is currently the furthest I've ever run in a single day. But I still got 10 miles to go. Somebody missed the memo that this is sheep country. Brought a bunch of alpacas or something down here. "17 miles. It is hard now. So currently I'm very much not looking forward to the next thing that I know is right ahead of me. But I'm gonna get through it. I think we're about to say goodbye to the lake.
Well done!
Okay. Somewhere on the 18th mile. And I just have a blister that went from 0 to painful. So I'm dealing with that. Also, my muscles hurt. But my knee's doing okay. Also, I'm out of breath. Also, I'm hungry. Also, it's uphill. So it's hard. But I knew it was going to be hard. So why am I complaining? And why am I not running? Good point, Thomas. Let's go. So this final hill that I'm on now, it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Basically, it's 300 feet between miles 17 and 19, but it's like really gradual without a lot of ups and downs. Like, there's more elevation gain in the first 10 miles, which were downhill than this, so I got this. I think I've crested the hill. So it is not all downhill, but mostly downhill from here. Oops. Never mind. All right, now I get it. This part of the hill sucks. And it keeps going. I'm gonna be rock running this thing for sure. Mile 19. 7 to go. And almost at the top of the hill. God damn, this is hard. My muscles are definitely my first breaking point. And in particular, I think it's actually my right leg muscles, because I've been focusing on the left leg because of my injury. So, oops. I'm coming up on mile 20. I have backloaded the playlist with the songs that are the most deranged, gritty, upbeat, out of control rock music I could find. And it goes in one ear and right out the other. People talking shit, but you know you never bother. Just need a bit of luck and all with a gun at the eyes. You say you got nothing, so come out and get some. Here we are now, entertain us. The walk-run plan is not working so well here at mile 23, because every time I walk, it becomes very aware to me which muscles are like seizing up, and I need the adrenaline to push through. So why am I still talking to you? Let's get back on it. All right, we have a new muscle on the edge of giving out, my left shin. I gotta give my pride. I think this is like, in a way, a good sign for my training. I did enough to get me to the finish line of a marathon, and not that much farther. Whew. 3 miles to go. It's raining. I'm getting wet.
Whatever. I was sweating anyway. Let's go! Mile 24. The game of intrigue here was will I reach the finish line, subsequently a porta potty, before I crap my pants. I'm almost there, and every time I stop and start again, a whole new wave of muscles hurt. It's different every time. Like a very unfun surprise. There we go. I can hear the finish line now. I got like a mile and a half to go or something like that. What a finale. Let's just take everything I got. I got this. I haven't seen a mile marker in a while, so we're just perpetually almost at the finish.
Woo! Go Thomas! Didn't notice.
Nice.
Thomas, you just finished your first ever marathon. How do you feel?
Dead. You weren't here for my effort to try to go from standing to sitting. That was like one of those wire puzzles where it's like, how do I move these wires without like, you know, having to like move one through the other?
Are you ever going to be able to get back up?
We'll find out.
I love you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Now he's going to try to get up off the ground. Let's see how this goes. I feel like I'm Steve Irwin watching a nature documentary of a baby animal standing up for the first time. The lanky baby giraffe is a little wobbly.
That's what it feels like. The instinct is to like say something like, I can't believe I did that, but I do, because it was a long time out there and I worked really hard to get here. It's just really nice to see all of the hard work come together. And yeah, I mean, this is about as well as I could have hoped for it to go. So I'm really happy.
Are you excited for your next marathon?
Not right now.
Look at that beauty. Oh my goodness. That's just gotta be the gnarliest blister you've ever seen.